Okay.
Go ahead.
So we had a psychic at my work as one of our patients. And, people would kind of ask her things, or sometimes if you're one on one with her, she would kind of say something. And I didn't really believe it. But one day she wasn't feeling good and she was laying in bed. And now, mind you, I do speech therapy, memory therapy. So I was seeing her because she had like stroke and deficits from a stroke with like a little bit of slurred speech and things like that. So I was sitting with her. She wasn't feeling good. She was laying in bed. And sometimes the benefit of my therapy is that I literally can just talk to people. And it was quiet for a minute. The lights were off. I was staring out the window, and she randomly says, "You really need to go get your front right tire checked out." And I was like, "What?" I was like, my tire pressure's been low for forever in that tire. Like, how in the world would you know that? And she was like, "No, like, it's serious. You need to go get that taken care of." So I ended up going to get it taken care of, and there was a massive nail in my tire that like they couldn't patch or anything, and I had to get a brand new tire. That basically, I just always indicated that she was saying that it could have popped and could have gotten a car accident at some point. I don't know.
She
She
had no
said
way of
some
knowing, did
really
she?
crazy stuff. No, there's no way. It's not like there's a little 90-year-old lady looking for nails in my tire.
Right.
And I mean, 1 out of 4, chance of getting it right, and she was spot on.
Did she pick the right? She picked the right tire too.
Exact right one. No
So
context, no nothing.
you've never talked to anybody at the where you work about my tires got an issue, or someone said, "Hey, Leah, you got a flat."
Nope. It was never flat. The pressure was low, but I worked primarily at the other building, and she was at the the higher functional building. So I was never there. I was only there to see her, and I walk there from the other building, so there was no way of her having any inclination that I had something in my tire.
Did you thank her?
I did, because I'm pretty sure I took it in like literally right after, and I said, "Yeah, like there was a nail in my tire," and she was like, "I told you there was something wrong." And I was like, "Okay."
Wow.
And actually, she came back around, sadly for her, and she did end up passing away, so may she rest in peace. But she came back around for another skilled stay, and she was kind of asking me how things were going, and I said I was worried because at this time it was in April, and I had a lump in my right breast, and I was worried that it was something wrong. And she said, "Well, everything should be okay. Typically, if someone has cancer, I see black dots around them." And I
Wow.
was like, "Okay." And she's like, "I don't see any black dots around you." And I was
Wow.
like, "Okay." And it ended
Now
up being completely benign.
you did have to have it taken care of.
I did, yes. I did have it removed because it just, you're that way.
You told her that you had that issue, and then she said it's okay, or I mean, because if she would have said, "Oh, by the way, you better check this out," then that would have been like the tire. So that
No,
wasn't a case where
it
she
wasn't like
volunteered
that.
that you. Yeah.
It wasn't like that, but I was kind of indicating that I had something like medical going on. And she was just like, "Well, it's not cancerous, basically, in general, because if she sees someone that has cancer, typically there's black all around them."